Per several requests, we're going to talk about time today, or lack thereof. When we explore the world of thought, or let's just set aside the concept of thought altogether, when we explore the world of our lives, how we think we came to believe what we believe, the events that led up to this moment, the family members, partners, friends that have shaped our lives, the teachers that have shaped our lives. When we consider the myriad ways that we want to go forward in the world, whether it's through the career, whether it's through interpersonal relationships, whether it's through a value system, whether it's through a spiritual unfolding, considering all of this, we can recognize immediately that it requires a perception of time. It requires us to regard a world moving through time, a world moving from one moment to the next, a world moving from the past into the future. But have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a world move from something called the past into something called the future? Have you ever seen anything evolve or devolve? Have you ever seen your plan come to fruition? Or have you ever seen your plan fail? I would suggest you haven't. Only listening to the story of thought does that world appear. Only believing that the past, which is something we just take for granted, that a thought memory is accurate, that it represents some sort of real past. The future that we've imagined so many times, and we've always imagined it right here. Moreover, the imagined future has appeared right here. So we see there's no future to move into. There's no past to release ourselves from. There's no past that defines us. There's no past that defines reality. There's no past that defines a world. Where does it leave you? Leaves this sort of indeterminacy, this freedom, this mysterious something. So, how do you move forward? How do you come forward? How do you approach when there's nowhere you're going and there's nowhere you came from? Well, the approach is simple. The approach is through movement, sensation, sound, shapes, forms, colors, but not taking anything from those. Not trying to take cues as to where it leads, where it came from. Rather, enjoying the immersion, enjoying the fluidity, enjoying the spontaneity, enjoying the flow. This is why many of us love music, because in the experience of music, timelessness is revealed. Perhaps sometimes we might think about a lyric and relate to it in our own memory or imaginings. But the experience of hearing, the experience of listening, the experience of sound itself only occur here. Vividly, with depth, with nuance, with subtlety, with surprises. This is aliveness. This is timelessness. Eternity. Listen to it. Listen to it in the bird call. Listen to it in the sound of the engine. Listen to it in the sound of the fan. Listen to it in your own voice. That voice didn't come from somewhere. It doesn't belong to someone. It doesn't have a history. The voice just appears as everything right now and has no particular substance, no particular meaning, nothing to grasp onto, and nothing to reject. Your own breath, similarly, didn't come from somewhere. There was no first breath, and there won't be a last breath. There's only breath. And as we dive deeper and deeper into that breath, we notice completion, perfection. Nothing can be perfect or imperfect ultimately without thinking about it. But to move beyond imperfection and perfection is a different kind of perfection. It's a kind of rightness. It's a participation in all experience simultaneously. Maximum participation. Because nothing's left behind and nothing's being created. So the appearance of creation and destruction are right now and merely appearing. The illusion of birth and death is right now, and it's a mere appearance. This is timelessness. This is eternity. And you've never left it. You've never been apart from it. So listen to it. Feel it in the breath. Feel it in the footsteps. Feel it in the emotion. Hear it in all the sounds. That aliveness is your tuning fork. It's always there for you.